welcome back to Food Legs. Today, do like a version of a Spanish rice but with risotto. Gonna be kind of cool. Basically, what we have here, we have some diced yellow onion, some Serrano and jalapeno dice, plenty of cilantro. We have some garlic and green onion, and some shrimps, and some can of diced tomatoes. Use fresh if you want, but it take like 6 fresh, and all I have in the fridge is 2, so I'm gonna use a can. And a cup and a half of risotto. For risotto, you want to look for the Arborio pasta, or Arborio rice, I should say. I'm going to saute the onion. When that gets cooked down, I'm going to add in the rice, let that toast in there with some olive oil. Roughly, you want to think about like a tablespoon of olive oil per cup of rice. We use a cup and a half of the rice. When that's all toasted up, we're going to start adding some stock to it. When we get about halfway done with adding the stock, we're going to heat up the shrimp with the diced tomatoes and maybe a little bit of tomato sauce. Get that heated up. When the rice is almost done, I'm going to add that in. Hey, look at that. I do have stainless steel. I bet you guys didn't think I owned any stainless steel cookware, huh? I do. I just like using this cast iron more. So we get the pan nice and hot. I'm going to add in some olive oil. You want to go ahead, drop in your onions. Oh, shit, that will hurt. The onions are cooking. I'm going to add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of Tajin. And I want to mention real quick, the trick with doing risotto, it's going to take 25 or 30 minutes anyway. One way that you can slow down the time, or speed up the time rather, is if you heat up your stock in a separate pan next to it. That's what we have right here. So we're also going to add a little bit of cumin powder. And get that working in. It's going to take about 15 minutes just to cook down the onions. So you figure the clock starts about when we put the rice in. After that, it'll take about 25 to 35 minutes. So this isn't by any means a weeknight meal, but it's definitely a really nice upscale kind of celebration. It makes for a nice date thing. You know, people love this stuff. It's a little bit more than regular rice, but the starch adds so much cream to it that it's just unmistakable, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Those onions are just about ready to get the rice added to it. We're going to add the peppers real quick. Let those kind of cook in. Cup. Cup and a half. Now we have to add the rice. I'm going to add the garlic and the green onion to it. I want all of this to kind of toast down together. And with the rice, you're just looking to toast it. You're not really cooking it or parboiling it. Just trying to toast it up. And when you start seeing it change colors and opening up is when we're going to add in the stock. You guys that make roux are going to be real good at making risotto, because you can't stop stirring for at least 25 to 30 minutes. Kind of the same process as making a roux. Now you can see the rice is starting to change colors. That's when we want to start adding the stock. You just want to kind of keep it working. It's going to make its own cream, as in when it releases its starch, it gets real creamy. More liquid. Tomatoes. Shrimps. I'll get that heated up, and the shrimp will cook real quick in there once it gets hot. When we get to this point, the risotto is almost there. I mean, we probably have another 10 minutes of stirring and whatnot to go. But as far as liquid goes, you have almost as much liquid as you need. So we're going to go ahead and drop in the tomato sauce, or the tomatoes with the shrimp, and let that liquid add to it. I'm going to fold all of this together and get this working. You'll see the color change. It'll be real pretty. And it'll resemble more of that Spanish rice thing that you think about typically as far as color goes. We're going to drop in some cilantro and let the residual heat just kind of cook that down. Fold that in. So set that on the side. I'm going to do a blackened some chicken thighs real quick. We'll plate it up and I'll show you what it looks like.